Okay, we're at Kinoflo. And can you start over with
Okay, this is a Kelvin selectable LED. It's called the Celeb 200. So the user interface is pretty straightforward. You've got 5 preset Kelvins that you can select from 27 through 5500. You can also dial in your Kelvin. Just by toggling the switch, you can do a fine adjustment on it.
Okay, let me see it as you're like scrolling through it. Of course, this thing's gonna auto white balance to whatever you give it. So
right.
Okay.
That's 27 again. 2700 and that's daylight 5500.
Dimmable.
It's also got onboard dimming then, so your dimming goes all the way down to literally 0.3%. It's 100 watt light output.
That's sweet.
It's got DMX input, so if you want to control it from a lighting board, very straightforward. Universal voltage, so anywhere you go in the world with this, from 90 to 240 volts.
Okay.
Care of it. It's also DC capable, so 24 volt DC. It'll go off a battery.
4 volt. Okay.
So 2 anton hours, 2 12 volts in tandem.
Okay.
We'll get you about 2.5 hours of burn time.
Okay. Go ahead.
We have lures to control the.
A little bit of the spill.
So this is at 90 degrees. It's very soft, flexible lure. It's very resilient.
Okay. It's sort of it's an egg crate.
It's an egg crate.
Yeah.
And just pops in. And now it gives you a nice soft edge spot. It's minimal light loss.
You just give a little more. You're controlling your spill.
Bring barn doors on it. The barn doors really I don't recommend it highly, but certain studios want barn doors, so we offer that as an accessory.
Sure.
In general applications,
most of the time they just flag it off or something like that.
In most applications, I would say the 90 and the 16 degree louver are going to cover most of your applications.
And that's just based on the depth of it. The longer the baffle,
the diameter of the
hole
of the cell.
Okay.
Yeah. And gets up in that little road case over there.
Okay, one in there,
and it lists in around 32, 34, something like that.
Okay.
And if you get it through a dealer, you're going to find it in the 2800 range.
Okay. And how does that compare to the regular Kinoflos if you're buying them? I mean, a list price.
It's going to be more. The Divas are somewhere around 1200.
1200 a piece.
So it's more expensive, but then you're not talking about lamp changes.
Yeah, you're not breaking the bulbs and.
Everything's consolidated. You've got the universal voltage going for you. You've got the battery option going for you. It's a very rugged, resilient item. I mean, this is in our rental department. We rent to the motion picture field all the time, and it really withstands the kind of punishment that
Sure. Have you found that they why would you pick LED over or one of these?
Well, here what we're finding is that when you have, say, subject matter where normally you'd say, okay, I'd like to add an 1/8 CTO or a 1/4 CTO to warm up the skin tone a little bit, and the length of time it takes to run over and get that and apply it and everything else. Now you're just reaching over,
dial it in,
quick tweak. 4 seconds later you're shooting.
Yeah.
Instead of 10 minutes.
Relamping it. I mean, we were on one shoot where it didn't matter. The DP, it was tungsten and daylight alternating scenes. You could not line those together. That's all I did one day was unhook and hook those things back up.
So this is sort of the wave of the future. Price point is always going to be a little higher than the fluorescent.
Sure.
But again, there are other features that may sway the clients to either go this way or the
lamp life or LED life.
Again, there's a lot of mythology about 100,000 hours, 50,000 hours. Really, nobody knows. What we've done in the design of this, we've not overdriven them, so we've tried to maintain the lumen maintenance curves on these as best we can. I suspect this will give us a great lifespan. The LED in itself will most probably not burn out. What you will find, like any piece of electronics, is you're going to have some component failures, some caps. In general, capacitors have a lifespan of maybe about 5 years, depending on how hard they're driven. So when they talk about will the lamp burn out, more likely not.
But the infrastructure behind it.
Piece of equipment, there's going to be certain maintenance factors that come into it because of other components within the drive circuitry that may or may not live beyond 5 years. Who knows?
As you dim this down, though, the color temperature maintains.
That's one of the big advantages of the LED in general technology. Where we offset ourselves from the rest of the crowd is that we're the only company that's actually done the research on what the digital cinema cameras are actually seeing. What is their spectral response curve? Most people think high CRI is the answer. It's not. CRI is strictly photopic measurement, the way the eye perceives color.
Okay.
The camera doesn't perceive light the same way. So we've spent the last year and a half trying to understand what the cameras are seeing. We've actually developed our own spectral software that allows us to determine what the best color points are going to be for our product given on any given camera. So we call it photographic rendering index, and this has a photographic rendering index of about 94.
Okay.
So we're really excited about bringing this to market.
Oh, this isn't shipping yet?
This is shipping. This is in fact this is readily available.
General, when you're full blast on this, what are we comparing this to?
Comparable to a Diva 200.
And I don't know that well enough, so 750, like if we're talking incandescent, which I know it's not the exact same.
You can't really compare it. I gotta say, I can't honestly tell you.
Okay, but
it's like this is 100 watts. Our 110 watt Diva is fractionally less light output than this. So
Okay.
this is more efficient than our Diva 200.
Sure. Okay. That's great.